Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
11.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. On the move, headed right. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football
11,
to begin.
11.
They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. That.
Burrow from the gun. Headed out right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Here we go. That.
Burrow back to throw. This one taken in by Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Connection made with his running back down the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
11 MT, tape. Here we go, here we go. I'm 1, ready? 12, 12, 12. Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Burrow to the air now. The back's got it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
On 2.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal.
Dot.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's going to push one deep down the right. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Second down, Allen throwing again. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, Allen. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, tight.
To throw again, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's got this complete to James Cook. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, the football's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Throwing now following the turnover. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. He's back to throw. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Dorian Williams makes the play. And the Bills bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
First down throw for Allen. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Bills grab the lead on their first series of the half. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Pass now to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completes this one to Chase. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 2, ready?
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, here we go.
Running back sent in motion left. He throws a bullet deep to the right. It is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Allen now on first down. He finds Kincaid. The ball is loose. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Complete to Shakir. It's a race down the right side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
56, 56.
Cook. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
And the extra point is no good, so potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Gotta go score.
Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. Working quickly here. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offline, ready?
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Gun. Cut.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So we're through 3 here. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Trying again, following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again.
It's second.
Offense up to the line fast.
12. 11. 11.
Back to throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Cook. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. The rookie from Michigan there that time.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That's not going to help in that decision at all.
It's a dime look defensively from the Bengals. 3rd down.
Regular.
He'll throw it. He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. He was looking Amari Cooper's way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Bills with a punt team out there. And they could elect to just take the safety here. And they'll touch this down just shy of midfield.
At the 27-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Back to throw. Finds his man, Chase. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
12. Let's get set. Stop.
He'll look to throw it. That's complete. Here's Brown. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
To throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1, ready?
1st and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout.
On 1, ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
11, gun. Stop. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT, tape. 12. Stop.
Setting up to pass. The back's got it. And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. This is the